welcome to Boylesportsnews.com. I'm Nicola McGeady, and joining me to discuss the third week of the Premier League, it's Leon Blanche. Okay, Leon, we had a great week of games last week. We had some interesting results. The first game we're going to talk about is between Aston Villa and Wolves.
Alex McLeish seems to have got the Villa fans on side with his attacking formation, playing a Bonlahor on one wing, Albrighton on the other, and going with Bent and Heskey up front. Bent and Heskey both scored, so that'll give them plenty of confidence. But what can you say about Wolves? As you rightly said, they've had a great start to the season. Kevin Doyle, it's good to see him scoring goals. It looks as if he's going to stay with Wolves, which I think every Wolverhampton fan will be delighted with. And I think Wolves could cause Villa plenty of problems. Villa at 20-21, do I fancy that? I think that's a bit short, Nicola. Wolves at 3-1, we might see a bit of interest there, but I'm going to go with the draw here at 23-10. As I said, it's a derby. I think there will be goals because both sides don't really defend as much as some other sides in the division. So yeah, maybe a 1-1 scoreline or even 2-2 at Villa Park.
Okay, well, we're off to Anfield next, where Liverpool will welcome Bolton. Now, Liverpool finally got 3 points on the table. They were very happy about that, and they played some decent football. They're 2-5. Is that a bit short?
It is short. When you look at Liverpool, they have the tendency to slip up when they're really odds on and short prices. But against Bolton at home, after slipping up against Steve Bruce and Sunderland on the first game of the season, Kenny Dalglish will be getting it into his players. You must win this home game if you'd have any chance of qualifying in the top four. So even though I wouldn't be punting Liverpool at 5-2 on, I think they will win.
Okay, well, in the next game, I definitely think Man City has to be the bet. They're playing against Spurs away. Spurs were absolutely annihilated by Manchester United 3-0 on Monday night.
Yeah.
And Man City now have Nasri. They've got a fantastic team, and they're just getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah, it looks as if Nicola, Man City have got two players for every position. And I remember in the day of Mourinho, that's what he had at Chelsea, and look how successful they were. Spurs, you are right, they were very lacklustre against Manchester United. Modric, I think this saga is going on too long. It's almost like the Nasri saga. At least Arsenal have got rid of him. He's gone to City. I think Spurs are eventually going to have to sell Modric. But he'll probably play this game. 9-5 Spurs, 9-4 the draw, and 6-4 City. I agree with you that City should be favourites. But again, Spurs at home are a tricky team to beat. They have a good record against Manchester City at White Hart Lane. They also beat them, I remember, at the City of Manchester Stadium to qualify fourth a couple of seasons back. So again here, I don't know who to go for. I'm going to go for another draw at 9-4. I just think that might be where the best value lies in a very evenly matched contest. If it was at Man City's home ground, I would definitely go for City.
Okay, well, there's definitely a couple of bankers this weekend, and I think Manchester United at home to Arsenal have to be one at 1-2.
Why wouldn't you think they were a banker?
Well, listen, look at Arsenal. They were beaten in their home ground to Liverpool. They're totally deflated side. They're forming a shadow of themselves now. They're just dropping players left, right and centre.
Yeah.
How are they going to cope?
I don't know how they're going to cope. I think they won't be coping at Old Trafford. I think United, I do agree with you. If this was probably the first game of the season, United probably would have been around about 10-11 or even money. But because of what has transpired, Arsenal have lost Fabregas, they've lost Nasri, Wilshere is injured, they've got plenty of suspensions and plenty of injuries. There's only one result here. It's going to be a Man United win. And I think this is actually going to show Arsene Wenger how far they've fallen behind the top sides. Because I fancy United here to actually give Arsenal quite a bit of a hiding.
You were saying Arsenal relegation yesterday.
Well, I don't think they'll get relegated, Nicola, but I'll tell you what, the way it's going, they've no chance at top four. I wouldn't be surprised if they were middle of the road, because all he's got now is a couple of youngsters. If Van Persie was to hand in a transfer request to Arsenal before this window goes, that club is in complete turmoil. And it makes me sad because I love watching Arsenal play football. They're one of the best teams to watch, but he's going to have to put his hand in his pocket and buy some players very, very quickly. Otherwise, they'll lose so much ground at the start, they won't be able to make it up.
Okay, well, some interesting insights there, Leon. Let's hope you make us a few quid.